Hi, everybody. I am Alicia. Welcome to Awakening to Your Story, the place to learn and get inspired with heart-centered solutions for your everyday life. It has been a while since I've done a live, and I'm so excited to be back. Um, June is Pride Month, and so I thought, what a perfect time to talk about love and pride. And first, I want to start by saying that no matter what your sexual orientation is, what your gender identification is, what your race or religion or any kind of classification that we tend to put on ourselves, maybe this is a safe space for you to be loved, to be seen, to be valued for all that you are. And I am only a comment away. So if you at any point ever feel a little bit down, jump on, find one of my videos, and write me. And I promise you, I will write you back. There's not one comment on my videos that I have not replied to as of this point. So I want you to know that I am always here to advocate for your full heart, for the wholeness that you have within you, for your worthiness, and for your lovability. And I want to just let that be known first and foremost. Now, I have a blog at awakeningtoyourstory.com, and I'm going to reference a whole bunch of links today, and they are all going to be in the description of this video. So if you want more detailed information about what we're talking about, you can always go over to Awakening to Your Story and get it there. Okay, now, did you know that acceptance from at least one adult can decrease the risk of LGBTQ youth from attempting suicide by 40%? And that statistic is from the Trevor Project. I mean, are you joking? 40%. So if you need someone to see you, if you need someone to validate you, if you need someone to be on your team, look no further. I am here. Show me who you are. Write about who you are in the comments below. Write about your heart, what you're feeling, what you're needing. Tell me. I will be that person for you. I will witness you and I will love you just as you are. So even if you don't go further into the video than this or read further into the blog than this part, you can stop and comment. Let me see you. I want to see you. I want to know you. I want to witness you. And I can't wait to send you a love note in response to your comment. Okay. Now, I think it's really important to put information out there that is helpful. And the Trevor Project, I've been just flabbergasted and just in love with their resources, with the content they put out, and with the support system that they have woven together for LGBTQ plus community, youth, and otherwise. So I want to make sure you have that resource. You can always call them at 1-866-488-7386. Judge free. They're there 24/7. You can be heard, you can be validated, you can be seen. You can also jump onto their website at thetrevorproject.org. Again, all of those links will be in the comment below or on the website, awakeningtoyourstory.com. They're amazing. So if you are having thoughts of suicide, if you are grappling with your pride, head over there and you will have a support team behind you. Okay, now let's talk about love. I'm working off notes from the blog, so bear with me. But love, obviously this is my topic, and Awakening to Your Story, this is what we always focus on, is our emotional heart. So without further ado, did you know that we experience love externally to the capacity that we experience love internally? Now, this means that if you have a broader sense of self-love then your ability to create love out in the world or have love come into your life from external circumstances deepens and broadens and gets bigger and gets more rich and full. So, if you're focusing externally for all that love, but you're not taking care of the love within yourself, then you're going to be pulling at something that doesn't make a lot of like it. You can't feel and receive love from external sources if you don't have that broadened capacity of heart and self-love. You won't be able to accept it, you won't be able to absorb it, right? So let's talk about how we can start to broaden our capacity of heart. Now, the best and easiest way to broaden your capacity of heart is to start peeling off conditions that you have on the love for yourself, the love within you, that self love. And one of the great ways to do this is by listening to the voices in your head, listening to the chatter, listening to those thought patterns that show up, because they are a huge indicator of how you are loving yourself. If you're having thoughts that make you small, if you have thoughts that make you feel like the things that you desire are out of reach, that goes to show you that your ability to love yourself, that capacity is limited, it's tethered, right? So if you start to pull conditions off the way that you experience love for yourself, your thought patterns are going to start to feel better. They're going to start to represent that love that you have within you. So now here are a few of the thoughts that really hold that condition over love. I'm only worthy if. Now that one shows up in a million different ways, but I'm only worthy if X, Y, or Z, if I do this task, if I show up a certain way, if I look a certain way, if I have enough followers, if whatever it may be. I'm only deserving when X, Y, or Z. I'm unlovable unless. Like you have to check off some list for you to be lovable. I must not be valuable because all the things that your mind wants to show you that puts you in a place of being small, right? Those are all conditions on how you feel and experience love within your own being. Now, you can feel how tethered those thoughts are, right? You can feel how restrictive those thoughts are. And that's that limitation, that limiting capacity to love yourself, right? Now, what if you started to think about those thoughts when they come in? Because often we don't even pay attention to the things that we're thinking in our mind. But what if you start to just pay attention? What if the first step, the most powerful step to broadening your capacity of heart is paying attention to what those thoughts are saying? Now, don't take direction from them. I'm here to tell you that those limiting thoughts that represent your capacity, your more limited capacity, you do not have to take direction from them. Here's the problem. Those thoughts, they go unchecked in our head. We let them run off and we believe them. We own them. We start to think that this is who we really are. And I want to tell you that it does not have to be that way. As somebody who has done the work and continues to do the work every day, you have power to change that inner dialogue. And the first most powerful step is to witness what it's saying. Don't take direction, just watch it. Oh, okay. I put another condition on my worthiness. I put another condition on my lovability. I put another condition on myself. Interesting. Be gentle with yourself. Be fascinated at this partnership that your mind and your heart and your humanity and your divinity all have together, right? Be easy. no judgment, just watch it. And know that that is your starting place to make a change so that your capacity of heart can expand, right? Now, let me see. I want to make sure that I cover a few points. Now, one of the things that I have in the blog is that those voices in your head, those negative voices in your head that hold that limitation, they're only there because you adopted someone else's limitation that they gifted to you. Probably because they don't even know that they've got it running in the background of their mind either. But don't carry that torch. You have power. You have the power to come back home within yourself and figure out what it is you want to be playing as the tape in your mind. And in doing that, you change that capacity of heart for yourself. So let's take some of those conditions off and let's really hone in on some new truths that you can start to play with as you start to change that inner dialogue. You are worthy. Stop. Full stop. That's it. When those thoughts start to say, I'm only worthy if, oh, I'm not worthy enough for that. Just watch. What if I just substitute that thought? It doesn't have to be tethered to your past, to your future, to anything. What if I just change it up? Let me see how it feels, right? You are deserving. Now, I understand that a lot of us carry around a weight that our parents and the people who were supposed to love us accidentally or maybe on purpose told us that we were not deserving of the things that we truly want in our life. And it might not have been for any other reason than they themselves couldn't get the things that they wanted. And they wanted to shelter us from that. But I am here to tell you that you are deserving. Period. End of story. You are lovable. Now, I don't care how love showed up for you in your past. You are lovable. Your humanity is here because your divinity came in and said, I want to live this life and I want to be whoever it is you're going to be and show up however it is your humanity shows up. And you are lovable for that. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. It doesn't matter if it fits into any kind of box that this society has decided that it is normal. You are lovable just as you are. Even if you don't have everything figured out, you're lovable. And I want you to know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the truth that you are valuable. Your life, your story, your challenges that you face, the joys and the wins that you create for yourself, it's all valuable. And it all ripples out to other people at the table of humanity, right? Full stop. You're valuable. Now, as we start to take the conditions off of love, right? We start to build up that inner dialogue that believes those things, even if we don't necessarily believe it right away. If you start to notice the things that are off and you start to readjust and get used to the feeling of those things that are true, you're broadening your capacity of heart. And that leads us to pride. And let's talk about pride. Now, when your truth is on fire, it's easy to reach for pride, right? But if you've been convinced that you have to hide parts of yourself, or if you've been convinced that parts of yourself that feel authentic to you are somehow wrong, it can be really, really tough to reach for pride. And I want you to know that you're deserving of the pride that is your birthright. You are deserving of the joy and the satisfaction and the enthusiasm of being who you are. Now, you are, according to my belief system and who I am, you are a freaking miracle set into motion. And all of the things that lay out in your life are there to serve your higher good, there to be part of the table of humanity, and it is a freaking miracle, right? Now I know it's not always easy to reach for that if you've been hiding parts of yourself, but that's why if you're here watching this, you're putting yourself in the way of love and truth and someone who wants to see you. Now, all of those parts of you that you feel like you may have had to hide in the past, they're deserving of your self-love. Those little things that you feel like you've had to hide from people because if you showed them, you might have been accused of being wrong somehow. They deserve the light of your self-love, and only you can gift that to yourself. So reach in there and give those parts of yourself a hug. And then as you slowly and safely start to show the world who you truly are, that pride is going to start to overflow within you. And it may not overflow to the table of humanity at first. Maybe that pride wells up within you in the quiet of your own home, in the quiet of your own thoughts. That voice in your head finally starts to have pride for who you are, right? That's what I want for you. That's what you deserve. That's what you're worthy of. And that's where it is I want your heart to go, right? Bigger, more expanded. Now, I love watching the LGBTQ community during Pride Month because it's like a free pass to be as bold and as bright and as free as you can. And I will continue to celebrate anyone and all people that I see, but I just thoroughly enjoy celebrating people's pride, and especially a group of people who have had to work so hard to create ownership for that pride. And again, I'll say it, if you need someone to witness you, comment below, tell me who you are, and I will send you a love note. Now, I want to tell you a story. Now, it's going to be a very abbreviated version of the story, but one of my very, 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 very favorite LGBTQ people, Robert, who I magically met on an airplane years and years ago. We're sitting next to each other, and it was like finding another piece of my family the minute we met. His story is so beautiful. He was, of course, so brilliantly part of the Humans of New York project. And the link is in the description of this video and also on the website. Please go read his story. But the abbreviated version that I wanted to just bring to your attention today is this story of love rippling out and the power of love to ripple out to the people in your life. And it's a story of unconditional love, and it shows how love can change the course of your life, how it can enrich it and create endless and timeless magic. Robert, when he was young, I didn't know Robert when he was young, but I can imagine him. He has the softest, sweetest, most creative presence. And he was in a family who didn't necessarily jump onto the boat for his lifestyle. And he met Mickey, who became kind of, he says, like a gay father to him. And the love between Mickey and Robert really inspires me. Robert had a failed suicide attempt, and Mickey swooped in and took him into his home and really loved him back to well being. And he started to pull the conditions that Robert had wrapped around his heart off. He started to see him and value him and appreciate him for all of the pieces that he was. And in doing that, he really set parts of Robert's heart free. And the really fun and amazing thing is that from that broadened capacity of heart, Robert then gifted Mickey the kind of love that changed his idea about what was possible for him. And in doing that, really helped Mickey become the artist that he dreamed of being, the renowned artist that he dreamed of being. And this idea of love rippling out to the table of humanity, it's real, guys. It's real. And honestly, I am just so grateful that Robert is here on this earth, giving of himself, telling the stories, creating love. I mean, he is a creative person in every facet of his life. He doesn't do anything without the energy of a creator. And I am so beyond grateful that Mickey loved him, and that love that Mickey gifted him ripples out to me. And I want you to really take to heart that love has the power to change the course of your life. And even if you do not have a Mickey, I want you to know that you can love yourself. You can put yourself in the way of as much love as possible. And then when you're there, your love will get to ripple out to all of us at the table of humanity. And that's valuable, my friends. It is valuable. Now, again, go read their whole story. It's magical. There's a lot of really fun stuff in the works, but his Humans of New York article is just, you're going to have all the feels. Just go read it, look at the pictures, immerse yourself in their story, and follow Mickey on social media, because his art is just calming to your whole being. It's just so beautiful. I'm so grateful for the power of love. I'm so grateful for you. Again, please, if you need to be seen, tell me who you are, and I will send you a love note. If you are having a hard time and you are grappling with any kind of ideas of ending your life, please contact the Trevor Project, because you and your life and your story, I cannot say it enough, are valuable. And if Mickey had not been there to love Robert, I would have missed out on the most beautiful human being in my life. And I don't want that to happen for you. Now, I am sending you so, so, so much love today. And I want you to know that I am holding a place of love for you where you are fully seen, where you know your lovability and your worthiness, and that place is a place for you to be all of who you are and be seen and loved unconditionally. So until next week, hold that love in and send me your comments so that I am sending love notes all week long. Okay.